from here. The movement that we're going to do starts the same as our elbow escape, in that I want to get on my side. And what I'm going to do is walk my foot out and then use the ball of this foot to move my hips to get out on my side. And the problem that's going to come up for us today is going to be that when he realizes I'm elbow escaping, he's going to put his hand at my near hip. Good. So when he puts his hand, you can even still have your chest on. When he puts his hand there, it sort of puts my hand here in jail. So I can't ratchet escape anymore, if you know the ratchet escape that we do in here sometimes. So he sort of traps this arm, makes it a little bit less effectual. But I'm going to stay on this side, and I'm going to continue my move to get on my side, which is going to be now to frame here, and sort of reach past my guy and drag my shoulder back. Now I'm on my side. Okay, so in most ways this is the same as the elbow escape so far, but what I'm going to do is this hand's just going to rest right on his leg. This hand's just going to go right on his leg, and I'm going to take, a little step here away, and then I'm going to thread the needle. This is going to go through here, and I'm going to go belly down. And I'm going to come up to my elbow. I have one hand on his leg and one hand on my elbow on the ground. So if you guys can't see that, just make sure you do. And that's because a lot of times he's going to try to wrap my head here, and I'm going to catch his wrist if he does. And now I'm going to step up and shed this arm, and I'm out. So it's almost like it begs a guillotine attack. But I'm right there to catch his hand, so it's actually no big worry.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought about.
Wrap my neck, and then boop, I'm right on you. So it's meant for this. Okay, so I'm here. I'm gonna start walking out, drag my hip away, and he's gonna block my near hip. What this does in terms of if I'm thinking elbow escape is if there's a post there, it's like not gonna be easy now to get in here, and I can't finish the same way that I was. His weight might still be on me though. Yeah. So I'm gonna reach past him, drag my shoulder back so I'm fully on my side. My hand can go right on his thigh, and now maybe a little step just to make sure I end up sort of more north-south with him, like in a line with him. And then I thread the needle. This one goes under, and I go belly down, and I come up to my elbow. When I'm on my elbow, I can catch this hand when it goes for my neck. And now I just need to post. I'm going to step up beside him, but I probably need a little bit more base here to do that. So I go 1, 2, and I shed this arm, and I'm up here taking the back. One last time. Let's try it. 3, 2, 1. Instead of shedding the arm and taking the back at the end of this belly down get up, I'm going to do this here. Walking away, getting on my side. Don't forget that part, because it is hard to get up when I'm like, her knee's in my way. Don't forget to escape your shoulder. Don't forget to escape your shoulder. So I escape my hips, I escape my shoulder. Hand to the hip. I'm actually C-gripping the leg here. Thread the needle, and I come up. She wraps the neck. That's okay. We're actually going to use this for the submission that we do. I'm going to step up the knee. I'm going to step up here. But instead of getting rid of this, I'm going to keep this. I'm going to just cup outside of both knees, and I'm going to drive through my neck, where my neck meets my shoulder, and drive her sideways. And I'm blocking her knee so she can't catch herself. Oop, knock her down. And I'm going to take side knot right here. And then don't worry about, I was trying to say, don't worry about this for right now, because it's actually a guillotine that she can't finish. I mean, you can squeeze. You want to squeeze that? Yeah, it's just not the right angle. With my body on the far side of my head, I've actually escaped the guillotine basically, but I have a submission that I can do to her for mistakenly continuing to go for this. And we'll do that in the next slice, but I just want to show you one more time this alternate ending, which is step out, switch my shoulders. That gives me a little distance too, which we like. Hand to the hip, threading the needle, I come up to here, she wraps, I catch. Now, center, step up. I'm not even getting rid of it. Go right to the knee. In fact, I want her to want it. So you can put, as a matter of fact, put 2 hands on it. Yeah, this would be good for her butt. I'm taking her down. And now we're here. I just took her down. I held both knees. I drove sideways. Boom, I ended up on top. It's possible that when you end up on top, you're not 90 degrees to them, or there's even some like risk that she catches my leg. So I'm just going to step off, make sure I get 90 degrees. Now, if she's trying to choke me, I love it actually because it opens her to a submission called the Flue Choke. I'm gonna underhook her head, sorry. Underhook the head, and I'm actually gonna go reach over this and try and trap it. So there's a little bit of a shrug that happens too. So take your hand out of there.
Yeah, no.
You actually can't.
No.
It's mine now, right? So we landed here. She's trying to choke me. I'm gonna get an underhook, and then I'm gonna reach over to trap her hand here, and just put my hands together. And from here, I can lean into her throat.
Yep.
Right, because there, no can defend, right? She actually can't defend that when I start putting pressure in, because her hand that she might have needed for that defense is out of commission because I caught it. This is good. So I'm here, pick it up, catch this, and now she can wrap that as much as she wants. 2 hands, whatever. I'm gonna block the knees, take her over sideways, and when we get to here, squeeze. I'm gonna reach under the head, catch her arm. I'm shrugging too. This doesn't do it. I have to also sort of shrug to keep that trapped. And then I'm looking, I'd love not to smash her face, but to crush her neck. So I'm trying to get my shoulder a little bit south and then put it on her exposed carotid. It is a carotid choke. It is a blood choke. Let's have you guys try it. 3, 2, 1. The space I want to close is the space in here. This is where their neck is, right? And I can't close that space all the way. I just anatomically can't when I'm up on my knees. So how can I? Well, one of the things that helps me do this, first of all, is, and I'll show you on a person, but if I'm on their jaw, I really want to make sure I'm south, meaning south on their body, like closer to their chest than to their forehead. Yeah. So go toward the chest, that's one. But again, that space is hard to close too because I'm up, because of the way I'm up. So this is where the head is. So the head side leg, my leg that's closer to their head, if I straighten it, I'm able to actually close that down, which I physically couldn't before. Now I actually can close it all the way, so that's good. So what should my base look like exactly? Well, if I straighten this leg, I usually stay on my toes because I do want to drive across, and I'll use my toes for that. My shoulder I drop south, I connect. Not only do I drive across, but I will also tilt a little bit. And what I tell people is, it's almost like if my back was covered in water, I want it to splash off my back onto their face. So it's a little bit of this. But what the other thing it does is all my weight is coming down, at this angle onto there. Just to do what I was talking about with a person here. If he's got me in a high elbow, choke me, good. All right, so I'm gonna trap him. I'm gable gripping, so I close and then grip. All right, but now watch. I can try to close this space this way, but I mean, I really physically kind of can't do it as well as if I set everything up correctly, so I'm gonna make sure I do that. So my shoulder goes a little south, so not on his jaw, but on his chest, I go down here. Then I straighten the head side leg, and then I drive across, but I also tilt and drive across. This isn't a face smash, so that's why I want to go south. And then just in order to close that down, straighten the head side leg, and then that little tilt puts all that weight, cascades down onto his neck. So let's try it with those details. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1.